All right. I will do a countdown and we start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 22 people got this wrong, kind of surprised. This is a frequently asked question. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Okay. This is a not so frequently asked question, but it does show up every now and again. I'm quite surprised at the number of people that got this wrong. Almost half of you. Okay, about 20% of the population in Denmark lives in the capital region of Denmark. Next one. Chusu is the highest climber, up 25 places. Wow. We're gonna try to get through this quickly. Hopefully no one gets this wrong, so I don't have to explain this like the 1,000th time, but let's see. Okay, 2 people got this wrong. Well, for the people that have been coming to the Kahoots sessions, you can tell that this question shows up all the time, right? So the likelihood of you actually seeing this in the next test is quite high. I'm not going to explain it. For the 2 people that got this wrong, these sessions are recorded and uploaded to YouTube. If you would like to see this, please watch the videos that I've posted before. Next one. All right, one person got this wrong. Just give me a sec to disable all these annotations. And clear up these ones as well. All right. Okay. NATO. Denmark is a member of NATO. Denmark joined NATO in 1949, 4 years after Denmark joined the United Nations. So Denmark joined the United Nations in 1945. This is a frequently asked question for the new people. What does that mean? It means that the probability of seeing this on the next test is very high. Okay, moving on. We're going to try to get through this quickly so we could get to the main course for tonight. Okay, so this number is no longer accurate. It is actually 14 now because of Brexit. So the United Kingdom of Great Britain left the European Union. And for that reason, there were some spaces in the European Parliament, and Denmark got one of those. So there are 14 members, Danish members in the European Parliament, okay? Bear in mind, this is Medborgerskabsprøven from November 2018. And Brexit happened in 2019. Next one. Yes, so it's 43,000 square kilometers, excluding Greenland and the Faroe Islands. This is also a frequently asked question. For the person that's asking how to answer the questions, you should have read the instructions, okay? And please read the instructions next time, because while we're playing the game, I can't answer these questions because I'm in the middle of the game. All right, this was a combo breaker. 5 players just dropped their answer streak of 3. No, you have to pay a monthly subscription to be a member of a foul family. On to the next one. All right, I can tell 5 people have not been practicing. Denmark's constitution is called Grundloven. Okay, you have to know the answer to this question. It is relevant for both tests, and it is frequently asked on both tests. All right, next one. Okay, 7 people got this wrong. When a new law is passed, it's usually passed into some ministry. So the Queen signs in that new law with the minister for that ministry. Okay, this is a semi-frequently asked question. So please, if you didn't get this right, plug your knowledge gap. We are running out of time. I think we have less than 2 weeks, or is it exactly 2 weeks to go? 23rd, yes, so it's exactly 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But you still have time. All hope is not lost. Well, you have a lot of work to do, okay? All right, like I said before, like the people that have been practicing these Kahoot sessions have heard me say before, go to the section of the book that talks about the rights that are protected in Grundloven and make a list of those rights, because as you have experienced, they could ask about any one of those rights. 9 people got this wrong. Please get to know, and please go to the book and make that list. All right, only 2 people got this wrong. It's not Vestas. Vestas makes wind turbines. Maersk is a shipping company. Novo Nordisk makes insulin mostly. This is also frequently asked, so please get to know. Ricardo stays at number 1. All right, so the number of women has actually increased after this last election. So this question, well, at least the answer to this question is no longer accurate. But anyways, moving on to the next one. Right. Yes, 44.1% of women. All right, 6 people got this wrong. I'm guessing you've not been practicing. I'm guessing you're also new here. This is a frequently asked question. Just like the rights in Grundloven, I would suggest you go to the part of the book that talks about the responsibilities of the region, responsibilities of the commune, responsibilities of the state, and make a list of all those all those responsibilities, because they could ask about any one of those. Okay, next one. 14 players just hit an answer streak of 11. Round of applause. All right. Okay, so we are past the halfway mark. And everybody got this right. We don't have a number 1 person that's on fire. So everyone gets an explosion. Congratulations. All right, next one. Almost 100% as well. It's 24 hours. This is frequently asked. Okay. Volgol is back with an answer streak of 3, and he or she is on fire.
Excellent.
Next one. It's Festalown. This is also frequently asked about Festalown and Sankt Hans. On to the next one. Okay, so it's looking like Ricardo made a mistake. He's probably going to get knocked out of the top 5. Yes, H.C. Andersen lived in the 1800s. He didn't make it out of the 1800s. He was 70 years old when he died. Can't remember the exact dates he lived, but sometimes they ask about, they ask just a rough, like the century he lived in, and sometimes they ask for the specific dates. So the year he was born and the year he died. So please make, I would suggest make a list of, important people and date of birth and date of death. Okay, so Ricardo is out. Arif is now at number 1. By the way, this is the easy exam. This is Medborgerskabsprøven, so this is supposed to be the easy one. So everyone should be doing well in this. So your employer cannot force you to go on a part-time contract if you have a full-time contract. All right, next one. Also frequently asked, relevant for both tests. You can see 3 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Next one. It's a static top 5. Lucy is the highest climber, up 4 places.
Excellent.
Five to 6 years. This is frequently asked. I think it's relevant for both tests as well. I'm not sure though. But 6 people got this wrong. So far, so good. There's been a majority of you getting the answers correct. So this is always a good sign. Round of applause for everyone. Yes, so Protestantism was introduced to Denmark in the 1500s by Martin Luther. 9 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question. Sometimes the specific date is asked. Sometimes the century, is in the answers, and sometimes the century is in the answers. So, on to the next one. Yes, Caitlin, you are right. Some of these questions are outdated. This is Medborgerskabsprøven 2018. Okay. So the employees choose a union representative. Okay, not the employers. Not a combination of the employers and the employees. It's just the employees that choose their union representative in a workplace. This is a frequently asked question. It is also relevant for both tests. We've got 3 questions to go, and then we'll move on to Infolsat's poem. Helle Thorning-Schmidt, first female prime minister, voted in 2011. Frequently asked question. Sometimes they also ask about the first female minister. Her name was Nina Bang, and she was appointed in 1924 under the government of Thorvald Stauning. That is also frequently asked. All right, on to the next one. This is frequently asked. 27 people got this wrong. I know this is a tricky, this Carl Nielsen guy is kind of tricky. It was also tricky for me when I was taking this test. But make a note of it, okay? Because he could pop up. And he's Denmark's most famous composer. All right, next one. Ricardo is back in the top 5. NNKK just hit an answer streak of 6.
Excellent.
All right, we're going to the last question and then podium. No, you do not have to be a member of Volkerkirchen to be buried in the cemetery. This is frequently asked. If you think people that didn't get this right, now you know what you don't know. Podium time. DSB, number 3. Shoe, number 2. And I think it's Arif. Yes. And number 1. We've got Dundio and Ricardo, number 4 and 5.